It's time for everyone's favorite time of year. And I'm not talking about Christmas. I'm not even talking about Thanksgiving, which we all love Thanksgiving. I'm talking about another Goat Games trade-in / pickup video. And this time, guys, we've got a lot of PS2 games, as you can see. In fact, there's 100 plus PS2 games here, which is pretty absurd. Pretty absurd pickup. And if you really like PS2 games, well, guess what? I know for a fact that there's going to be 2 more videos coming up here on the channel showing off more massive PS2 game trade-ins. Starting off strong there with Jack and Daxter. But what is Shrek hiding? He's hiding Dark Alliance 2. Absolutely amazing brawler for the PS2. Up to 4-player or up to 2-player multiplayer. Just a really, really awesome game for the PlayStation 2. Pick from 5 different classes. Level everyone up. Make your own magical equipment. And just go and beat the hell out of all sorts of monsters and brigands. And this is a really fun game. There's a lot of good PS2 games like that. We'll see more of them later here. Here's the original Mafia. Another fun game for the PlayStation 2. But what about this bad boy? Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. This is people's favorite game ever made for the longest time. And it still is. It's a really good stealth game, and it's just absurd, everything you can do in this game. I don't even understand why you can do half the things you can do in Metal Gear Solid 3. It's like the developers were like, what if we made it so you could kill and eat animals? Should we put that in our stealth game? The director was like, you know what? I absolutely think you shouldn't. So that's what Metal Gear Solid 3 is. Just takes it a step further, and how absurd you can be with what all you can do in that game, even though it's a very straightforward stealth game. It's hilarious. What else we got here? Guitar Hero 3, Sims 2 Castaway. I never played the Sims games on the PlayStation 2, but I would like to, just to see how the heck they play. But man, PlayStation 2, it's a good system, as you can see. What is this? Monster House? I've never even seen this. What is it? Kids exploring a... Why are they bringing super soakers to a haunted house? Is that what ghosts are weak to, is water? Let's hope it doesn't rain, because all the ghosts will die, apparently. But yeah, PlayStation 2 is amazing. Just tons of classic games, like Tony Hawk Underground. I'd say the PlayStation 2 might be one of the best systems ever made. I like the PlayStation 1 as my personal favorite, but PlayStation 2 is probably the best system. The best way I would describe why the PlayStation 2 is so awesome is because I think this is the height of gaming. If I were going to describe it, I would say the PlayStation 2 is when gaming was its most popular without having entered this kind of modern era. The Nintendo Wii and the iPhone, Apple Store, gaming on your phone brought in all sorts of new people to play video games, which is cool. But it very much changed how games are marketed, how games are sold. There's a really big shift in the industry. Onimusha 2 is an amazing game. You should play all the Onimusha games, by the way. But as I was saying, it really changed things in the industry. Multiplayer gaming was also really big. These were just all factors that brought in so many different people who had never played games before. And now they were a big market in gaming. And now we pay for online multiplayer. Now you're buying skins for $15. And, you know, I have nothing against people enjoying that. But it's very different from how it was PlayStation 2, PS1, Super Nintendo. Very, very different way of marketing. Very different industry, if you ask me. But enough about that. We've got a lot of PS2 games here. You've seen some classics fly by your face here. There's some more Crash Twinsanity. I like how Crash Bandicoot is just crowd surfing on his rival. This is a very slapstick comedy type of game. Really funny stuff. Crash Bandicoot's got some great humor. Lego Star Wars. A lot of series got their start here on the PlayStation 2. Devil May Cry, the Lego franchise games, Mafia, 3D Grand Theft Auto games, Need for Speed, Underground. I mean, Need for Speed was on PlayStation 1, but come on. Need for Speed Underground 2 was absolutely incredible. You got weird games like Kengo here, which is just some sort of samurai dueling game, I guess. Killzone. Another big game. Well, I think Killzone for the PS3 is bigger. But look at this. Metal Gear Solid 2. You want to talk about big releases for the PlayStation 2. Holy crap. Metal Gear Solid 2 was one people were super excited to finally see. Because Metal Gear Solid 1 was a massive success. And people absolutely loved the game. And Metal Gear Solid 2 was disappointing for a lot of people at first, but I thought it was a pretty interesting game. Tiger Woods, as always, making a guest star appearance here at the Go Games trade-in videos. Superman game, Rock Band games. What else is in here? But yeah, PlayStation 2, man. A lot of great series got their start here. And they really smoothed out the weird graphics of the PlayStation 1. As much as I love those early 3D graphics of the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 definitely smoothed it out. This is when we started using the second analog stick for, we realized how important it is to have two analog sticks, stuff like that. What else we got here? Oh man, there's some good ones here. MX versus ATV. I have no idea why ATV video games are so popular here at the store, but I can tell you a lot of people love the games, so I'll have to check them out one day. Some surfing game. Seems pretty neat. And here we go. X-Men Legends 2, Rise of the Apocalypse. Dude, there's just so many good beat 3D brawlers for the PlayStation 2. X-Men Legends 1 and 2, Champions of Norath, the Dark Alliance games. These are all just amazingly fun 3D brawler RPGs, and they had local multiplayer, and they were all very fun. Leveling up your characters, getting new gear, and the combat was just so fun. I loved in X-Men Legends how you could pick up enemies and just throw them. You could just pick up people and throw them in the cars and stuff like that, or just throw them off a rooftop. It was a lot of fun. And X-Men Legends 2 lets you play as the villains, which is pretty awesome. So you could go around as Magneto or Toad or the Blob, I think you could even play. It was really awesome stuff. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So those games were also fun as well. What else we got here? NFL Street. I mean, guys, even our sports games were good in the PS2, okay? That's how you know the PS2 was good. Even the sports games were good, like Blitz the League and NFL Street. What is this, Gun Club? Whatever. The point is, we had amazing games at PlayStation 2. It was awesome stuff. Rogue Ops. I never heard of this game. Seems pretty neat. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Fantastic Four. Here we go. Deus Ex for the PlayStation 2. Hey, any way you can get Deus Ex is a good way to get it, as far as I'm concerned. I've never played the PS2 version, but I would be down to. I would totally do it. Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PlayStation 2. Just all sorts of stuff. Max Payne 1 and 2 were on the PlayStation 2. Very awesome third-person shooter games. Just good stuff. Good stuff all around. Of course, we had Madden games. Well, that was the start of the Madden game craze. Scarface here is another interesting game. And Splinter Cell. Another great series that got its start here on PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. Very good stealth games if you never played them. So check them out. If you like Metal Gear Solid, you should definitely try out Splinter Cell. Because it's pretty awesome. You're like a CIA agent and you can use all sorts of crazy gadgets. It's fun stuff. Star Wars Episode 3. And of course, you got more wrestling games. They're very popular. on the PS2. But yeah, I love the PlayStation 2. And I would say it probably is the best system ever made. I know we all love our Sega Genesis and stuff like that, but man, they just got it right with the PlayStation 2. Backward compatibility is a huge, huge benefit as well, which they immediately stopped doing. We had it briefly there for the PS3, but then they're like, wait a minute, let's not do that. I don't even know if the PS4 is backwards compatible with the PS3, to be honest with you, which is just sad. Here's Simpsons Hit and Run. Fantastic game. Awesome, awesome stuff. And what else we got here? Tomb Raider. More Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It never ends with Tony Hawk. He's always there. Tony Hawk is always lurking in the shadows, ready to kickflip his way into a Go Game straight-in video. Along with these MX ATV games as well. I don't even understand this Rock Band Country track pack. That's... You can't just name... You can't have a game called Rock Band and have country music. No. You can't do that. That should be illegal. That's a red flag. Get the video game referees in here and arrest the makers of Rock Band. Ratchet and Clank, as always. We also saw Sly Cooper there. That was another series of games for the PS2. Sly Cooper 1 through 3. I don't know if they ever did more Sly Cooper games. I feel like they should, though. I mean, that seems like a game people would absolutely love. I mean, going around as a raccoon and just stealing things is pretty cool concept to me. Seems very timeless, sort of like Crash Bandicoot. And what else we got here? A few more games. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Got the Star Ocean game. The PS2 Star Ocean game. It's pretty decent. I like it. More Splinter Cell. More GoldenEye. And more Battlefront 2. I'm a big fan of Battlefront myself. And look at this. Original Xbox games. This is something that also excites me. The original Xbox. I never really played it, but I would love to own an original Xbox. And I would totally go down the rabbit hole of collecting for the original Xbox. Let me tell you. The games for original Xbox are still so cheap. It's absurd. I don't even know. There's like maybe 10 games that are $100+ on the original Xbox or something. It's crazy how like easy it would be. Well, I mean, it's still incredibly hard, but it would be very easy, relatively speaking, to collect the whole series for the original Xbox. Okay, look at this. 5 out of 5 stars by Maxim Magazine. I go to Maxim Magazine for all my game reviews, guys. I don't know about you. But no, the original Xbox, man. You're not going to run into a wall like you will with the Nintendo 64. I see so many posts and stories about people trying to complete their Nintendo 64 collection. And then, of course, they run into the big, very hard to find, very expensive games, and it just dies right in the water there. And it's really sad to see because they get pretty far. Oh, look at this, a demo disc. What do you get on here? Panzer Dragoon Orta, Time Splitters 2. Wow, that's a pretty good demo disc. But yeah, if you are the type of person that wants to complete a whole series, get every game for a system ever, I would recommend the original Xbox. Plus, it's just a cool system. I mean, come on. It's the original Xbox, dude. That's when Microsoft finally got into the console arena. But yeah, we're going to wrap this video up. Another fun video. Thank you for watching. If you're ever in Florida, come to our store here in Barrett Island, Florida. The Goat Games Retro Used Video Game Store. And check out the rest of the channel, too, if that's something you're into, if you like old games. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I love making these, and I appreciate all the feedback. Till next time, guys.